This is National Salvation Army Week, and today we're putting a spotlight on some key programs the organization uses to help people in need. And we're all familiar with the Red Kettle campaign at Christmas time, but the Salvation Army is working all year round to improve lives. So Major Timothy Meyer is with us now from the Salvation Army. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Kevin. Thanks for the invitation.
Well, let's talk about National Salvation Army Week. What is it and how did it get started?
Well, it started years ago by President Dwight D. Eisenhower. He had seen how the Salvation Army had benefited the families of servicemen who'd been overseas. He'd also seen how it directly affected those who were away from home. And for a number of reasons, he declared the week right after Mother's Day as National Salvation Army Week. So here in the Metro Detroit area, we've been celebrating that for about 68 years. And one of the main things is that it helps to bring to the community some awareness of the critical and essential services available to people who are in need and the millions of Michiganders who benefit from it every single year.
Well, I mean, it's such a huge part of the community, too. Can you talk about what types of services that Salvation Army provides?
Sure. In the Metro Detroit area, we have 13 core community centers, and those help the community from everything from utility assistance, food assistance through their pantries. They help with rent assistance. They also have programs for children and seniors that go year-round. Coming up is our day camp season, and so that's a special time as well. We've got a Harbor Light system in town that does clinical rehab of folks who are struggling with substance use disorders, and especially this week we're looking at the legal aid clinic that benefits thousands of people every year with free legal services.
Well, I think this is a very important and great time of year to have National Salvation Army Week, too, because we know around the holidays, the Red Kettle is a big part of it, but then you kind of feel like a lot of people forget how much that you guys do that is year-round. How many people, you mentioned thousands too, how many people does the Salvation Army of Metro Detroit serve, you think, in total?
Well, last year, for instance, we served almost 2.5 million meals to hungry Metro Detroiters. We provided 382,000 nights of shelter to folks who didn't have a warm bed to sleep in. And at Christmas time, when we're most visible, we gave out 204,000 toys and gifts for children and seniors. But the important thing is that while we're most visible at Christmas time, we do not put up the shutters after Christmas. We continue to serve year-round. And this year in particular, the donations are important. We were a little bit short at Christmas time. Some people were unsure of what was going on with their finances perhaps at the time, and we are in need of donations now. We're asking for people to give to the Salvation Army, to volunteer, and certainly if they're interested, to participate in our Walk for Justice at the Detroit Zoo, which will happen on Saturday.
And let's talk a little bit more about the people who are eligible. Who is eligible for the programs and services?
Well, anyone who's in need is eligible for those services. We have folks, we still have some leftover COVID dollars that we received a year or so ago. And if someone has been impacted by COVID, they just need to contact the Salvation Army. Obviously, if they have an ongoing need for rent assistance or for food, anyone who is in need can contact us. And in most cases, we are able to help them.
Well, and National Salvation Army Week goes until, is it Monday next week? Is that right?
Yes, it goes throughout this week. We celebrate it, and there will be some activities that will carry over.
Well, where can people go for more information and learn how to give back and learn how to donate, too, before we go?
Well, the simple place is if you have access to the internet, go to salmich.org, SALMICH.org, and they can also call 877-SALMICH.
Major Timothy Meyer with the National Salvation Army, thank you so much. Always great to have you, to hear from you, and keep up the great work that you're doing. I wish you the best of luck, too, this upcoming season, and hopefully you get plenty of donations to continue your guys' mission. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Kevin, and thank you and your station for helping us get the word out.
Of course. Well,